So I've been waiting to touch For Honor ever since it was announced back in 2015. I hungrily found out any info that Ubisoft released and discussed its trailers and announcements to anybody willing to listen, especially my cousin. When Ubisoft announced a closed beta during E3 2016, I immediately signed up for it and waited for a beta key like a child whose father said that he's going out to buy smokes. When all the alphas came out, I didn't get a key, but it didn't deter me. I still thought my dad was going to return from buying smokes, and likewise, I never got a beta key. It seemed like everybody was getting access except me. A friend of mine got a key when he only signed up a couple weeks before the beta, while I signed up 6-7 months ago and didn't get anything. Fortunately, I found a roundabout way to get a beta key. In my excitement, I decided to do a 24-hour live stream of For Honor, which is still on the channel by the way. While others might look at politics for why 2017 sucks, the For Honor closed beta makes me wish 2017 would be over by now. A 24-hour live stream ruined my entire week and my year up to this point, but a personal experience doesn't define the quality of a game. Considering the public opinion on Ubisoft, I thought that I should start with something positive. For Honor is a good game. For Honor is a good game. For Honor is a good ass game. Based on first impressions, one might assume that For Honor is just a button masher similar to God of War or the Warriors series, but once you get your hands on it, it's closer to a fighting game. There are two control modes a player can be in, the first being free roam mode. In this one, you are not locked on to anybody and allowed full control of movement. This is the mode most people are familiar with since it's the mode you see the player running into crowds of minions and absolutely ruining their lives. However, this mode doesn't work well once you encounter another player. That's where the art of battle system comes in. The art of battle is a game mechanic that For Honor is centered around. By toggling the art of battle, your character locks onto the enemy and a circle divided into 3 sections is placed on your character. The 3 pieces indicate where your stance is, and as a result, where you will block from and where you will attack from. You can also see where your opponent's stance is with a few exceptions. Therefore, if your opponent is on the right side of the circle and you attack from the left side, you'll hit them. However, in the same example, if the enemy shifts their stance to match yours when you attack, they will block it. That's the fundamentals of the game. While it seems very simple and rock paper scissory, I want to remind you that in most fighting games, you can only hit people low, middle, or high/overhead. Plus, having a simple system makes it easier to pick up, and we're only scratching the surface. There are also guard breaks and throws, tech, which is canceling a throw, parries, feint attacks, unblockables, and character-specific moves like the ability to hide your stance. There are 3 factions, the Knights, Samurai, and Vikings, and each faction has 4 classes, which are the Vanguard, the Heavy, the Assassin, and the Hybrid. Vanguards are all-around characters, Heavies are slow-moving with high defense, Assassins are low health but mobile, and Hybrids take different aspects from the 3. While each class is different among the factions, in general, the Samurai are more focused on deception like using feints, the Vikings prioritize throws and stuns, and the Knights, well, I still don't know at this moment. Anyway, when you include differences among the characters, the different techniques one has available, and the fact that there's also a stamina bar, For Honor becomes a game with a lot of depth and strategy. For example, let's say you are playing the Vikings Heavy, the Warlord. You're great at counterattacking, but you have horrible range and mobility. As a result, you might want to position yourself near walls and obstacles so longer reaching, fast moving characters will be at a disadvantage since weapon swings will be interrupted if they hit a wall. Furthermore, throwing a person to a wall or obstacle will stun or hurt someone, so positioning is very important. It's all these things that make For Honor a great and refreshing game to play, at least until you go against multiple people. The art of battle system is clearly designed for 1v1 combat, 2v1 if necessary because you can block people who are not locked onto you. However, in order to switch from one target to the next, you need to toggle off the lock-on mode and turn it immediately back on. Doing such will leave you exposed because you are no longer able to block, and like I said, that's not going to save you when the entire team pulls up on you like Birdman as you're trying to capture a base. Sure, there is Revenge Mode, which is a game way of balancing uneven matchups, but your bonus health is draining over time and you can still only attack one person. Speaking of getting game banged, let's talk about the game modes. During the closed beta, there were 3 game modes available: 1v1 duel, 2v2 duel, and 4v4 Dominion mode. 1v1 and 2v2 are simple. 2 to 4 people duel each other and whichever side is left standing wins. There are no gimmicks except for environmental kills. This is a mode that tests skill, tactics, and understanding of matchup, and I spent most of my time playing 1v1 duel mode. I have a lot of fun playing it because I didn't have to worry about anything else except the opponent in front of me. Because I am usually a goal-oriented person when I play video games, it also allowed me to test my understanding of my character because I wanted to get as good with the Warden as much as possible. Choose duel mode if you want to have experience similar to a fighting game without most of the input difficulty of one. Dominion mode, however, practically throws that away in favor of teamwork. In Dominion, your team's goal is to get 1,000 points, sending the enemy team to last stand, and then killing them afterwards. You get points by killing the enemy heroes and minions, and by capturing the 3 bases throughout the map, which temporarily gives you 100 points and gives 1 point every second you're on it. People like to compare Dominion to a MOBA, and while I wouldn't go that far, it does have MOBA elements. Killing minions and heroes and capturing bases give you experience points that allow your hero to level up and unlock a skill. Depending on the class, you'll get bonus experience if conditions met. For example, the Warlord gets bonus XP for saving and assisting allies. Also, there is character customization, allowing players to change which skills will be unlocked in the match, and more importantly, alter the appearance and stats of an individual. Therefore, you might go against a player who gets revenge mode very quickly and extend their life indefinitely, which can be very annoying. I don't really enjoy Dominion mode. With its mobile-like elements, you now have to worry about players being fed. As a player levels up, they get more and more powerful abilities. For example, the Warden, the Knight's Vanguard, last tier ability summons a catapult to attack an area. Any hero in the area will at least lose half their health. Feeding is nothing more than annoyance by itself. More often than not, a player who is high level in a match is playing their character's role effectively. It becomes a problem when the enemy team is roaming as a group with their higher stats from customization and murdering me from a distance with a projectile because they fed themselves by ganging up on individuals. I understand developers' goal for the man to focus on teamwork and less on individual skill, but getting randomly attacked by the enemy team like I'm Squidward during a sea bear attack is still not an enjoyable experience. I know, why don't I just get good? To a certain extent, I should just adjust to what the enemy is doing, but that's not easy when playing with random players. Communicating strategy becomes a bit more difficult at that point. Plus, developers clearly didn't intend on deathballing to be the end-all be-all strategy. Otherwise, why make it so that standing in the captured base doubles the amount of points you get per second and also heal you? Clearly they intended for the possibility for strategies like split pushing and defending. What's the point if 4 people just pull up on someone and capture the base they were defending? I hope they find a way to discourage deathballing. Also, there were some things I forgot to mention. First thing, Orochi, the samurai assassin, is still very strong. In particular, I wish she could not hit you with a heavy attack after a guard break. Second, the game is very flashy, but fortunately you can reduce the HUD and UI or remove it altogether. Third, killing a person with a heavy attack allows you to execute them. While it doesn't matter in 1v1, execute enemies cannot be revived and it takes longer to respawn. 4, there's a prestige system that allows you to get better equipment, though the side effects for the better equipment are more pronounced. 5th, War of the Factions it's okay. Much like Pokemon Go, it's going to benefit the larger of the 3 factions. During the beta there were very few knights, which is the group I was part of. Most people were Vikings. And lastly, I hope Praise the Pug dies a painful death. Thank you for watching. See you next time.